And welcome to round 8 of the Tasmanian Rugby Union out here in the very sunny yet still icy city of Launceston. Beautiful view up there of the Cataract Gorge, not the Cataract Gorge, sorry, the Ritchie's Mill area there around the Pennyroyal. And we've got our first game of the day, and it's probably going to be the highlight if form is anything to go on. We've got Bernie on the left of screen against the team down from UTAS in Hobart on the right of your screen. So a lot of red out there. Hopefully we won't get confused. And we've got Anna Varka with the ball, and here's the kickoff. So away we go. Comes in, and Hokinen takes that ball, runs up, looks for someone, goes the switch, but gives it off, and eventually picked up by Stewart. Runs into a tackle, gets the ball around to Brancher. Will she get around the outside of Davies? She won't. So goes back in, hangs onto it though. Good work in two hands. Looking for some support, running across field. Driven backwards, and the pressure comes on. But Stewart gets around. She's got two players outside her. Only Mearhigh on the far side, and the error's forced. And Bernie turn it over. Davies takes it straight up. Someone from uni needed to do that when they had the ball. But we're looking to get around the outside. And now Tuapolotu, who's got the ball in two hands, gives it off to Varka. Oh, she again had Mearhigh on her outside there on the left, but didn't give it. And Tuapolotu goes again. Ball with two hands, gets it off to Mearhigh. Great take over there. Ball hits her on the shoulder. And coming around the outside is Weldon, but she's bundled over the sideline and into touch by a great tackle from Vivi Hokinen. So good intensity from Bernie there. Virginia Tuapolotu with the ball in her hand was caused some havoc down that left wing for Bernie. Just carrying that ball to the line in two hands. A nice little pass. Brancher now with the throw, and not a good one. And that's been turned over. Bernie with a brilliant attacking opportunity 5 metres out. Tuapolotu again. Goes the fend and gets through this time. And she's over. So Virginia with a 5-pointer posing some headaches for the team from UTAS. And they'll come back, and Vark will just take a time to have a kick here. So nice work there from Bernie in the lead up. Good pressure and good solid running from Tuapolotu. It's a nice looking kick too, and it's good. So 7 points there. Thanks to Finn Roberts running the sideline with a beautiful pink flag in a hand. And the kick will come back from Bernie. Great work by the assistant referee running down there. I'm loving the pink flag. We should always have pink flags. Okay, Varka with the kick. Having a look sideways. She's going to go across to the left. She does. And probably picks out the person you don't want to give some space. Kenna Lindiger with the ball. She goes the right and gives a great fend on Tuapolotu. Didn't want to have a bar of that tackle. And Virginia just standing a bit upright. Pregnell now pushes it out. Hokinen, they got a little bit of space out here. Branch is there. She's got Gerber on her outside. Oh, a little pop, but it was high enough for Hokinen to get it. Nice tackle from Sweetman to take Hokinen down. And then they push around to the left. Sweetman again gets around, grabs Pregnell by the leg. Can't take it down, and the ball comes around. Brancher now, held up by Davies. Good work, and the ruck ensues. And Pregnell now in the halfback position. Hokinen goes wide to Oakley. Georgia Stewart now running into the line with the ball in two hands. No one's going to take her. She gets around Tuapolotu too quick. And as we've seen over and over and over again, if you don't shut down Georgia Stewart when you can, she's going to get around and find a gap. And a nice, quick and easy one there for her. Defence really needed to shuffle sideways across there to get in front of her and just close down the space as well, but too good. And the pace gets her over the line. And conversion's good as well. So we're 7-7. so Utah's now with the kick. Stewart is going to take the duties, and he will look to kick to her right. Lindiger's out there, Keenan and Oakley. It's a nice high kick too. And Bernie let the ball hit the ground. It's a bit of a cardinal sin in rugby off the kickoff to let that ball hit the ground, and they had an opportunity to catch it. Getting messy on the ground there. Need to roll away. Varka, no, not Varka. Cici Ulapano there illegally lying on off her feet and allowed to steal that ball. And Stewart grabs it out of that ruck and finds Kenna Lindiger on the outside. So just a bit messy there at the breakdown, but Georgia Stewart's very quick in her thinking there and manages to steal that ball. And the kick comes out. It's good too. So another quick try to Uni. Again, just all came down to the kickoff there hitting the ground. And we're playing half time there after a very quick 5.5 minutes. But yeah, very basically a frantic first half there with score to Bernie and then 2 quick ones to University. I'll be disappointed, Bernie, I think, there in letting that last one through. That should have been able to prevent that one. But I'll take a quick break and get back to you guys with the second half when it starts in a couple of minutes.
So do the refs have to come down and come up? Sorry, from some do. There's ref. I don't know if there's a ref. There's sort of. I don't think there's any ref supposed to contest. Yeah, usually. Yeah. But they, often on these days they have a couple of people they swap like the last time.
All right, so tail of the first half, which is a little shorter than we were expecting, was Bernie with the first try, and then Uni came back with 2 quick ones, and the kick doesn't make 10 metres. Gerber picks it up and throws it back to Bernie, who'll have a tap in the middle of the field. Weldon here. Got Bella Hardy in the number 2 next to her, who takes that ball. Very nice, solid hit there from Pregnall. And Bernie, not sure what's happening in there. A bit messy at the ruck. And not picked up there by Tina Patolo. And that ball's been turned over. Good solid hit from Tuapolotu. Now Gerber to Stewart. Goes to Brancher. Stewart wraps around. Brancher just runs a little bit across field there. Sweetman does a good job to corral Georgia Stewart towards the sideline, but unfortunately doesn't have the pace. And Georgia gets all the way around, and the defensive line can't prevent her from running back under the posts. It was a good effort by Sweetman to keep Stewart towards the sideline and to just hold her up a little bit, but the cover defence wasn't coming across quickly enough. And you can see Tina Patolo just running that final sweeping line across the back there in the number 3. But again, unable to catch her. Georgia hits the post. Very square on, and now she's got to actually even walk back to get the ball. So another quick try to Uni. And they're heaping the points on. Bernie had that ball, and I'm not sure how they lost that in the end. They had some good work down. I think it was the drop ball. So they need to gather their thoughts, Bernie, and just start to work together as a team. Nice work. Oh, great hands out there too by Varka, and she gets the ball off to Tuapolotu, who has a good run down that wing. They want to keep the ball in her hands. Ball comes back now. Tina Patolo. Good pop back to Weldon. Solid hit on her. Pregnall. And the ball comes out. Have a look this way to the right and swing it back to the left. So Patolo. She's got Hardy over the top. Can she get the ball away quickly? She does. Sweetman, has she got the pace to get around Lindiger? No. And a ball and all tackle is good. Hardy now looks around the wing. And ripped into the dirt by Lindiger again. Ball rolls out. And Sweetman goes back. Cops a bit of a knee around the head too. I think that came off the foot of Hokinen though, and we should see a line out. Solid contact on Sweetman's head there as she jumped back on that ball. And needs a bit of time to just regather. Yeah, that's a good call. Pretty sure it came off the foot in the end there of Hokinen as it went out. So halfway through this half, University in the second half with 1 try, not converted. And Bernie now looking to hit back. Nice throw in. Taken by Ulapano. Solid tackle again there on Tuapolotu. Just one, oh, and they've lost that one as well. They need to shut down the space of Stewart. And Lindiger's around this time. I don't know if Varka's got the pace to keep up with her. She doesn't, and Kenner steps back inside and runs straight at the post. And Hardy's giving a half-hearted chase because she knows she's not going to catch her. And Lindiger's able to just slow down to a trot and put that one on the grass under the dot. And the pace of these UTAS players is just causing headaches today. And that kick's good too. So 26-7. Bernie were looking good very early on with their pressure. But since then, they're just not able to maintain possession. A little bit, almost seem a little bit asleep today to Bernie with their at their ruck at the breakdown. They really haven't secured the ball very well at all, and UTAS have been able to cause all sorts of headaches there for them. I really want to start pairing up when they hit those tackles. Make sure that that first player secures that ball. Kick comes. Hardy comes around and takes it nicely. Looks to run it up straight up and just gets around Pregnall and almost slips the tackle of Stewart. And good support play there by Weldon, I think it was. Pass is not good though, bounces awfully and knocked on by Varka. And a nice run by Tina, but will come back. That ball just knocked on by Varka. So again, unable to maintain possession, Bernie, and just handed the ball over. And we'll see a scrum here, first one of the day, first one of the match. And UTAS will be in a threatening position here inside Bernie's half. Like to see, I wouldn't want to be defending against the back line that UTAS have out here. You'll see Brancher pass the ball to Hakinen, who's got Georgia Stewart, and then Kenna Lindiger outside her. But it's a great scrum from Bernie. I think they caught UTAS a bit unawares there, but pilfered in the end by Hakinen. And then I think knocked back out of her hands by Patolo on the ground. And somehow in the end, Bernie end up with it. And Patolo gets around Brancher, straightens up, but Hakinen has none of that. And the attempted pass there to Mel Weldon goes to ground, and Bernie have turned it over again. Okay, ball comes out now. Claire Ryan on the field, and Kayla Oakley with the ball. Good solid run from her. Looking to put that back, but hits it into the leg of Pregnell. And there was a long advantage paid there, so fortunate to UTAS. And on the 7-minute mark there, our referee calls it quits. So very convincing win to UTAS, 26-7. 2 tries to Georgia Stewart, and I think 2 to Kenna Lindiger. So a great start to those guys. We'll be back in a few moments only with the next game of the day, which I think we'll see the team from Launceston versus the Finn Roberts-led Harlequins. We'll see you soon.
You're into it. Then get the camera away. Can we get a replay on that, Marcus? Just so I can send it to
And finally ready for this match. Launceston have been out there for a while. Thou with the kick, and it goes back, and Leicester takes that ball and runs it nice and straight. Beautiful tackle, taken nice and low by North. And just runs across field there. Thou shut that space down beautifully and was able to drive back there. I think Fialea, and now Launceston have managed to turn that over. So good aggressive defence at the start there from Launceston. Great hit in there from Fialea, and a nice work at the breakdown there by Roberts to steal that. So like we saw from Bernie, Launceston in this game need to secure that ball at the breakdown. O'Donnell unable to get her hands on that one, so it goes forward. And Launceston will have a scrum on their on the 22-metre line in a very good attacking position. They can find someone with a bit of pace to get around. We know this Harlequins team's got good defence. See the pink headgear there of Conway, and she'll have on that far side Georgia Sproul. Wouldn't want to be running that way if I were Launceston. I'd be coming this side and trying to hopefully get around Leicester, and they do. Okay, nice solid run here, and Thou's got a bit of space on the outside, but Conway shuts her down, takes her all the way to the sideline. Ball's now secured, and they bring it back in field. North passes to a strong running James, heading for the corner, but she's shut down, and now they're pulled up just short. Devajua, and Roberts steals it again. Lily O'Donnell, good to see her back playing. I haven't seen her so far this year, I don't think. And nice tackle there from Thou. Pushes Izzy Sproul over the sideline. And we'll have a line out right in front of us. So I can get I'm going to get myself on the camera here. I almost stand out here and take part in this line out. First time on screen this year. I'm going to steal this ball from Rhiannon. Why is the winger throwing the ball in at the line out? And knocked on in the line out by Sproul, and Launceston now push it across out to Laylene down. Nice little pop around to Thou. I don't think she's got the pace to get around the outside though. So brings it back and finds Devajua, and she's running hard. James on the outside now. Can they stop her? They can, and they take her down. So entertaining rugby happening in this match. Now Downs decided she doesn't want to hang her. Oh, if she had held on, she nearly broke her way through there. So good work from Conway, and the counter attack's on. She's got some space out here and puts the ball out in front of Sproul, but she can't quite take it, and it's knocked on. Gee, there was definitely an advantage there. They had it there. If that ball had ended up in Sproul's hands, they were away. So lucky for Harlequins there. They're going to come back and have a scrum from the knock on earlier by Laylene Down. See how they decide to exit this end, whether they try to take it by hand or whether Conway will look for a bit of a kick. They'll run it. Ball now comes to Leicester. Sproul, great straight run from her. Someone's got to take her low, and they won't. And she gets through. It's a great chase by North. Closing the gap over the last 20 metres, but Sproul makes it all the way. And the G train runs 80 metres to score. It's a good run. It's a good chase by Cara Northley. She never gave up. Sproul just got out a little bit, and in the last 20 metres from here, Sproul just slowed down a little bit. North was able to close another metre, but not enough. And that's going to be draining for Cara to run that far and watch Sproul score. Still haven't had the kick yet. Must have been waiting nicely for us to play the replay, and it's no good. So Harlequins 5, Launceston 0. And we'll come back, Harlequins with the return kick. Launceston were looking good down in attack there. Thou's been very dangerous and got her hands on the ball a lot. A couple of good runs by James as well. And when Laylene Down gets her hands on the ball, there's potential damage to be done as well. So here comes the kick. And it crosses the 10-metre line and bounces out. So we'll have a line out down there thrown in by Launceston. And they go the quick run. Not a bad option. Not sure why we're blowing that up again, but come back and oh yeah, I could hear that call. That's a good call actually. Well done. So the quick throw was caught inside the 5-metre line. Well picked up there by Jerry. And nice line out throw. Pops that ball around. Good work by James to get out there. And now Devajua running across field, but gets around. She needs to straighten up. Down just got in front of the ball out there too. Oh, and they're carrying it on here a little bit. Winona Conway with a nice hit on Laylene Down after the whistle was blown. But that pass was forward. Always hard as a winger out there to stay behind your teammate when they're running so hard across the field. You end up having to stand very flat-footed, and Down was trying to hit that ball at pace, but the sideways running of Devajua didn't help. She's been good, Devajua. She's a solid runner and causing some problems. Now Conway to Ledster. Good defensive pressure from Thau again, just getting up and shutting that down. Down coming in from the side there, so just has to ease off. Now Sproul puts on some pace. They got to hold on to her. And she goes out eventually with a foot. Thau just hanging on to the jersey. And in the end, I think it was Cara North came across to help. And as she's gone into the tackle, the foot of Georgia Sproul just on the paint. And we'll have another line out down here to Launceston. So Rhiannon James will come in for the throw. And oh, intercept. Oh, Izzy Sproul intercepts that ball and almost regathers it. And unable to. If she were able to catch that tap on, she would have been all the way over. But in the end, that's the end of the first half. So pretty even first half there. Harlequins with that one runaway try to Georgia Sproul. But other than that, we're all good. And Launceston unable to put any points on, but they had a couple of close opportunities. So it's going to be an entertaining second half, and we'll be back with that very shortly.
Yeah, right.
Here comes the kick from Winona Conway. And comes back, Cara North takes it. Again, that ball hit the ground. It's always a good kick if you can get it to hit the ground. Conway's tackling is exceptional. Just great use of the shoulder, some really good technique. James now just again pushing, just running sideways. Launceston looking good as they get around the outside. But again, just someone needs to straighten up to force those defenders. Oh, there's a ruck there, and Roberts has gone in and picked it up. We'll get a penalty there. The ruck had already formed, and Roberts was too late. So Devajua now, she needs someone to straighten up for her. She's just got no one with her. So she decides to straighten up and then hammers that pass back. And now Launceston regather in support. And stolen again. The quick thinking there by Conway. She's got Sproul outside her. Someone better tackle her low. And Thou, good pressure from her. She's been everywhere today, and that ball ends up being knocked on. It was a good effort by Sproul to try and get the ball away. And we'll have the knock-on. We'll hopefully come back to the original knock-on over here by Sproul. Just a lot of under pressure there from Launceston. So it'll be a scrum Launceston throw in. Naomi Thou forcing that mistake out there. Georgia Sproul, that ball in the left hand. If she was able to offload it on her inside, I know her teammate was itching to get through. I was not sure who it was. It might have been Roberts out there still on her inside. Oh, nice push there by Harlequins. Devajua now to Thou. They got some space out here. She pushes it outside to Down, who's a good runner, and a nice little dish off from her too with a no-look pass. And Devajua causing some havoc amongst the defenders. Ball gets hit up again. I think Butler's now come on the field. Oh, very high tackle there. And penalty advantage to Launceston. Oh, Down just not taking a look at that one until she caught it. And they'll go back, and there'll be another penalty over here to Launceston. Just the loose arm around the neck of Rhiannon James in that tackle. And Thou takes it in and hits Roberts and manages to slip away. That doesn't happen very often. But the support needs to get there quickly, and they do. Devajua running solidly. Now the ball with Cara North. Gets around the outside. She's got Laylene down close. Oh, it's a great run from North. I think she's going to slip away from Conway too. The speed there. North turned it on, and she's going to score under the posts and square it up with 4 minutes to play. This conversion's important here now. Just come back, and I'm not sure. We'll try to hit the replay there. It was great. Great breakaway try there from Cara North. Very strong through the hips as she ran through a couple of would-be tacklers. And Thou to put them in front. And she does. So Launceston hit back, and with a conversion hit the lead by 2. These under-the-post tries are so important, and Harlequins weren't able to convert theirs. Means Launceston have a narrow lead, and some good team play by Launceston. Good work at the breakdown, and a couple of ill-disciplined acts by Harlequins allowed Launceston to keep marching forward and score that one. Thou now with the kick, goes out to the middle of the field, hits the chest of Izzy, who can't take it, and advantage is not going to come to Launceston. And that'll give Launceston a scrum opportunity. So another good one for them. It's like a bit of a set move opportunity here for Launceston. Just see Devajua Down and Thou out there having a bit of a chat about what they're going to do. They need to win it quickly, and ball comes out. Devajua now just running across field again. Thou on her outside. Oh, we go a kick. Right, there's an interesting option. Can Down chase that ball? She can, but it's well covered by Georgia Thorpe, and I'm not sure what the arm's out for down there. Going off the feet. So the tap will come. Conway's onto it, and she's up and about quickly. Looking for someone outside her. She finds Sproul. I don't know, I called someone Thorpe a minute ago. I don't know where Thorpe came from. Nice solid tackle by North. And Conway gets back around it. She's got some pace here around the outside. Cara North shuts her down, but doesn't hang on. And that's going to make it hard for her sweeper defence to come across and stop Conway, and they can't. So Cara North, after some really great work in the lead-up in defence there, just ran in too quickly. Just needed to slow down and make sure she hung on to Conway, but Conway with a nice little step on the inside to get away from that tackle, puts the points on and puts Harlequins back in front. And the kick comes from out wide. It's a nicer looking one than the first attempt, but not able to make the distance. And with less than a minute on the clock, Harlequins will kick the ball to Launceston, and they'll be looking for one last opportunity to hit back and take the lead. Oh, Winona has to run 50 metres back with that ball and then kick it. And the kick is not quite over the 10. So we'll come back, and now Launceston with a opportunity here, final opportunity I'd say. Now the tap is in the middle of the field. I'm not sure why they've taken the run from over there. Devajua getting a bit carried away. Okay, Launceston, what have they got in this situation? They've got a set play that they're going to go to. North runs in, nice fend. And Devajua now, she needs to find some space because she's a good hard runner if she can go straight. Thou with the flip over the top to James, who picks it up and taken round the collar a little bit there by Harlequins, and then the ball's stolen. And the ball comes back now, and we see Andreessen Tuivasa with it. Tackled nicely to ground. And Fialea with the ball. Sproul getting around the outside, great tackle. Devajua has been really excellent this game. Cara North's come in a long way to that and knocked out over the sideline. I think we'll see the end of the match there. So fortunate there for Harlequins, a lot of pressure from Launceston, and in the end, the girls from down south have managed to win that one, 2 tries to 1, but it was a very close match and very well fought out by both sides. So only a few points in that one. Very exciting match. We've got another one coming up for you soon. That'll be Harlequins versus Burnie. That game's not on until 12:20, so it'll be a little bit of a break before then. We shall see you when that game starts in about 20 minutes. And here we are, match 3 of our women's event at Royal Park. We've seen Burnie versus University earlier. Ended up being a bit of a runaway victory to Uni in that match. I think the score was 26-7. And then match prior to this one, Launceston versus Harlequins was a very close one. Came down to the last couple of minutes and Harlequins won 10-7. And now we've got another great match on our hands. Harlequins versus Burnie. This is going to be a good one. All right. Here we go. Ball comes back and hits the ground. Sorry, not David Dewar, for the wrong team. Lopa Fialea with the ball running forward, finds Lily O'Donnell. Nice ankle tackle there. And Conway, as always, loitering around the ball, takes that support pass and then the tackle. Harlequins maintaining good possession here. No one going low there on Andreessen Tuivasa, and she gets away but spills it as she hits the ground. And now the ball comes out with Tuipolotu, who was really good in the previous match against Uni. And dishing the ball around, keeping it in the hands. Nice pass there, Davies off to Weldon. Flung into the ground by Savannah. And now Jessie Mearhigh with the ball. And around they go through the gap. She needs to keep running. Don't look for the pass. Run. Oh, no. Tuipolotu could have scored herself quite easily. And look for the pass to Sweetman, who put it down. So disappointment to Burnie there. I'm not sure. Virginia was away there, and she only had about 15 metres to run. And it's very cold down here, and cold hands are hard to catch with. So disappointing there for Burnie. They had a great opportunity. Again, Virginia Tuipolotu being very dangerous with the ball in hand, running through a beautiful gap. It's just concocted that by looking with the ball in two hands and threatening to pass. Good solid scrum from both sides there. Conway wrapping around now, getting a quick hands on the ball. Finds Fialea. Solid tackle there by Anna Vaka. And here we go. So ball's away. Lily O'Donnell now with the ball in her hands. And, oh, a solid hit. Izzy Sprout pops it up. It's always a good option, the little pop off the ground. Conway tries to break away, and she does get away. And now, oh, a good solid running there by Izzy Sprout, but tackled. And bunching up. Again, just moving sideways. Someone's got to straighten up. And Winona, oh, gets away. So a good attempt to tackle there by Vaka. And Conway's now managed to find some space. Chased down by Sweetman, who makes a lot of ground on her. But Winona Conway managing to keep her feet under some good pressure. We just see it again here. Anna not quite able to hang on. And as soon as she was free, dropped the body weight, pinned her ears back, and away she went. And it was good, just good vision there from Conway as well to make sure that she ran away from Sweetman towards the end. So Harlequins convert. And put on 7 points. All right. So Harlequins, great work there. There's some good play on both sides so far. Just as in probably the game at the start with that Burnie ended up losing quite resoundingly. They need to maintain possession. Sweetman gets around the outside here, and I think no one's going to get her. O'Donnell doesn't have the pace to keep up with her. She's probably got the ability to run this in under the posts now. No, she takes the safe option and scores out wide. So really good effort down there from Sweetman to get around the two tacklers. Unfortunately, Izzy Sproul was coming across and wanting to make a solid hit, but ran into the back of a teammate. And now waiting for the kick. So Varka's over there taking it. And she's gone way back down to kick it back into play. Good effort. And taken down there by spectators. All right, so just a slow return of that ball, taking their time. This sevens game, they want to get these balls back quickly because there's a whole minute and a half of play lost, which is really a quarter of the half. There's some good fractions work for you to work out in your head. Ball now coming over to Fialea. Nice tackle by Ulapano, and the ball pops out. And Andreessen Tuivasa now, another damaging run from her. Makes a good 15 metres with the ball in hand. And out the ball comes. O'Donnell's got a big open space in front of her. Goes one way, goes the other, steps back inside and looks for the pass, and there's a knock on. Offside play actually by Izzy Sproul. That was knocked on by Ledster, and Sproul was in front, but accidental. So we'll have scrum to Bernie. Defensive pressure has been really good on most sides here. There's players looking to run into spaces, but those spaces being closed up quickly. And that in that situation there, O'Donnell was forced to try and run around the outside and then run back in, and just spending a little bit too much energy on ducking backwards and forwards rather than taking the tackle while support's nearby. Just want to reset that scrum. Tina Patolo in the headband there with the ball in her hand. She's not been as busy as we've seen her in the past. None of those trademark massive tackles as yet. This is Bernie's last game of the day. Great scrum pressure from Harlequins, but the ball does pop out Bernie's side. And now Patolo straightens around and finds a teammate. And now Mearhigh's out here, and she's got a bit of space, but shut down by Conway. Sweetman now in support, and Patolo puts on the afterburners into that gap, and she's going to score under the posts and put her team in front. And that'll be half-time with Bernie leading 10-7 and the conversion to come. So she saw a big gap there, Tina, and was able to pin her ears back. No one got anywhere near her, and conversion goes under. So no good. So Bernie with the lead 10-7. Same final margin that we had in the last game. Harlequins were in front though against Launceston at that score level. And we'll go to the halftime break with those scores at 10-7, as you can see in front. We'll be back for another entertaining half of rugby very soon. All right, back for the second half of this entertaining match. A nice kick from Conway. Just gets over the head of Varka. Bounces back, nearly hits her in the face. A nice step to find some gap and to get some pace up. And is there someone there to help her? She's just got such steady hands as Varka. Just did the right thing there. Found a teammate in Samantha Hughes. Good to see her out on the field. And look at the step there. Ball in one hand. Tuapolotu, she's been a gun all day. She really bungled a try earlier by passing instead of running herself. And that time, she wasn't looking to pass. And she puts the turbos on. And away she goes. Here she goes. She sees this gap. Look at the step off the right. Conway just caught wrong-footed there, expecting her to go the other way. And nice little dummy, too, from Tuapolotu with the ball in one hand. That pass. That's just a fake pass. So, a good start to Bernie. Going ahead now, 15-7. We always miss the conversions when we show you the replays here. We've got to make sure we pay attention to what's going on so we can ensure the scores are right. Okay, Ledster with the ball in two hands again. This is great running. Always dangerous when you run with the ball in two hands. And Bella Hardy just getting a bit high over Sproul there, and you can see she's just let go. Boom, what a cutting tackle by Varka. Nice one. And now that's been turned over as well. Pop pass coming back. Varka. Tuapolotu again. Oh, Mihai comes inside. Great hands from Tuapolotu. She's been very entertaining today. And now Tina Patolo puts on a big fend, and Bernie go ahead even further. So just Virginia Tuapolotu really has been an absolute tower of strength and leadership for her team today. She's been in it all the time. And that time, again, nearly could have run around the outside herself, but looked back inside. And a nice kick there again. We paid attention this time. Varka with a great conversion and puts her team ahead even further. Yeah, Duck, put those heads down. The camera's way up there. Quick chat with Sarah Double and Chicken walking past there. We've got a great little spot down here as all the players walk past. Always going to take an opportunity to engage with them. It's excellent community day, really, these women's events. Very, very fun day. Nice long kick there. And Ledster unable to take it, but it goes backwards. She picks it up now. And she's got that ball in two hands. She gets around the outside this time. She's not going to get away from Hardy, though, and gets dragged over the sideline. Nice run, though, from Erica to avoid that first tackle. Again, just holding that ball in two hands puts your defender in two minds. I probably rabbit on about that way too often, but in this sevens game, carrying it in two hands is very important. And Tina with the throw in. I'll throw this one to Samantha Hughes. No, it goes to the front and doesn't go 5. And we know throw not straight though, unable to be taken by Ulapano. And we'll have a scrum. Probably the first opportunity this half for Harlequins to get their hands on the ball. They're looking to get the ball out to Georgia Sproul, who's definitely capable of running the whole way. But Patolo, I think she's knocked that on there, and the ball's come back the other way. Might be penalised even for an intentional knock on. No. We'll have another scrum. So just the pressure on there from Bernie in that scrum. Harlequins will need to put a bit of a push in here to make sure they don't lose that ball. Ledster now needs the quick pass. That's a better scrum, and gets the ball out the back. Oh, and the kick. The kick from Roberts doesn't go very far. And now Bella Hardy. Oh, big high fend there on Sproul. But that's allowed. you're going to tackle high, watch out, because that fender around the chest or the face area is always dangerous. The smile on Finn Roberts' face after that kick there, which was not very successful. Boom, nice fend. And Bernie goes further ahead. Anna and Finn having a bit of a laugh, I think, about that kick. Okay, kick coming. Ball gets over the head of O'Donnell. It again goes backwards. She gets it back to Ledster. They're in trouble here. Oh, and here come, look at that, 5 Burnie players. Ball comes out of the side of that ruck, unfortunately knocked on. They'll score, but it'll come back. Just Burnie with their tails up here. 5 versus 2 in that situation. And fortunately for Harlequins, ball was knocked on in that counter ruck. And they'll have a scrum. But, gee, it's going to be hard to get out of here. And I'm sure that Finn Roberts won't be looking to kick this one. Maybe she will. Always a smile. Oh, they go to her this time. No, yeah, see, smarter this time. She'll use the runners out wide. Oh, no! The pass goes across the front of Georgia Sproul. If she gets around Varka here, she'll probably score. No. So great tackle by Anna. Takes her over the sideline, and that's the match. A very entertaining one. Some funny moments, but some great rugby by Burnie, particularly that second half. It was a close match in the first half, but it was all Burnie, and they've run away with a big victory, 29-7. We've got another match coming up shortly between Launceston and University, and they'll be coming onto the field very shortly. In fact, they're coming onto the field now. I'm just going to take a quick breather, though, before the start of that match, and be back with you really soon. So, another match for us. So far, in each of the matches, one of the teams has scored 7 points. It's been the losing score each time as well. We've had Burnie 7 versus Uni 26, Launceston 7 versus Harlequins 10, and then Harlequins 7 versus Burnie 29. And here we go, Mel Oakley taking a good ball at the kickoff. She's got Kayla behind her and Georgia Stewart coming in. Ball goes to Pregnall, out to Hokinen. They've got numbers out wide here. Not sure where to go, though, Vivi. So she goes back inside. And Cara North is not going to let go of those ankles. Gerber gets it out now and finds Brancher with a nice step. I don't think she's got the pace to get around Thao, who's run across this field, I reckon, probably 20 times in her first match from one side to the other, defensively and offensively. And now a good straight run there and a nice wrap from Keenan. Taking in a great tackle out there by Devajua, who was really good in the Launceston's previous match, in which they went down just by a few points to Harlequins. And we'll come back here. I think the ball just knocked on in that pass. Kayla Oakley unable to take that one. And so we'll have a scrum to Launceston. Just deciding who's going to involve themselves in this scrum. Referee getting nice, closely involved out there as well. I just have to have a pretty, I just want to make a shout out too to the great hair today on Anna Gerber with those big hair extensions. They look amazing. Devajua now with the kick downfield. Who's chasing? Laylene Downs out there, but she's not going to get near her. And this is dangerous if no one tackles Georgia Stewart. And she steps off that left foot, back into that middle corridor, and she's away. So probably not a great idea tactically from Launceston to kick the ball. I think, you know, University, if you get the ball in the hands of Georgia Stewart or Kenna Lindiger, particularly in space, they've just got way too much pace. And ends up Georgia with the ball in broken play, and she's run about 70 metres to score that one. And I think I heard a whistle too. Sounds like the conversion was good. So pretty quick try there to Uni. Hopefully we saw the kick from Launceston last time too. It was a bit of a set play where look, Devajua kicking the ball for down, but I don't think it's the right strategy against this UTAS team. So want to keep the ball in hands. Nice solid running, and just can't get that pass to down. So it's knocked on. I think the pass might have actually gone forward. It was Gabby Butler making that pass. And Rothney unable to tackle Hokeenan, but yet again, Thao comes in and saves the day. Now the ball pushes out. Stewart's got it, and she gets around Cara North. And we'll score another one. Oh, nice chase by Rhiannon James there. nearly disrupted that try attempt. And the kick comes, and it's another one that's good. So Uni now 14-0. It's the Georgia Stewart show so far, having scored all of those points herself. And we'll come back, and she'll have another kick. She might want to let someone else play. No, she's doing a great job out there today so far, leading her team around. Don't think that kick's made 10, and it's bounced back. Well, we'll play on now. Rhiannon James has taken possession of the ball, and so play on is the call. Cara North might get into a gap here, but no, she's not going to get away from Stewart. And the support comes. She's got to keep nice solid work there in the end. Good counter ruck by Hokeenan, but well done by Rothney, I think, in that ruck to support that play. Devajua, she does get the ball out. Really good work there. And a nice run from Butler. Wasn't able to get the pass away to Down, who was just running way too flat. And now Devajua gets away. Is she going to get past Stewart? No, she's not. And in the end, the ball gets, the pass goes back. Not knocked on though, and it's play on. And Pregnell takes it. I think the ball's been rolled back by her and then knocked on by a teammate who wasn't expecting the ball to be thrown back to her. And so we'll have a scrum. No. Rhiannon James has caught them all offside. Might see a penalty try out of this if they hadn't retreated 10. And Cara North goes over just beside the post. So penalty back there. I think it must have been Emily Fregnell rolled that ball back and it came off her, knocked on by a teammate, and then she regathered it in an offside position on the ground. Wasn't quite able to see it, but the penalty ensued and quick tap happened. Rhiannon James. And she was caught just short, but Cara North was able to score, and then Thou was able to convert. So they hit back, Launceston. Another opportunity here for them to maybe close this gap a little. There you can see that great hair right in front of us. Looks amazing. I was a bit confused. I hadn't seen this long-haired player from uni before, and then I realised that it was Anna. So she's played some good rugby today too. Been out there a lot. Thou with the kick. And finds Oakley again, who goes for a run. Great tackle by Cara North. Put her body on the line. Lindiger's now on the field, and she gets around the outside. Does so with a strong fend. Rothney can't hold on to her, though, and North in the wrong place. And they don't want to let her through. Thou holds her up, and then Cara North comes back for another crack and finally takes her down. They're going to have numbers out wide, though. And Down needs to really close this gap and hold up Brancher, who spills it forward in the tackle. Maybe not. No, it must have gone backwards, so good support play there from University. Got the ball out. Brancher knew she didn't have the wheels to get all the way around the outside of Down, and she was pushed back inside. That ball looked like it went forward, though. I don't have the best angle. And in the end, Anna Gerber from a good supporting run down that wing scores, and that'll be half-time. So University now 19, Launceston 7, and we've had some more entertaining rugby. Some good running from both sides. And we'll be back with the second half very shortly. Okay, here we go. Second half. Kick comes from Lindegaard. Doesn't make the 10, though. Great chase by Stewart. Almost got there, but she's knocked that ball on before it went 10. And Thau's onto it quickly. She's got James with her, directing her where to go. Oh, she gets around too. Nice work. Rhiannon James gets in and contested that ruck. Ball comes out, and Devajua now. She's been dangerous. Can she get it away? Cara North's got pace out there, but not enough to get around Kayla Oakley. And now the ball comes back, and Rothney, who's had a good game and been heavily involved, gets into it. Nice tackle from Gerber. And now Thau just taking her time, looking where she's going to go. Tries to go a sneaky run around the blind, but Keenan's not going to have any of that. There's a big blind here, though, if Cara North has a look. She doesn't, and they'll go back and take a nice slow ball. Now down. She's got a good dummy. She's got to hold on to the ball here. Can she find a pass? No, can't get the pop away, and ends up getting some support there from North. Oh, pass wasn't quite hitting its mark there from Thau, who's been great all day. But Hakinen grabs that one, pulls it away, and ends up stealing it. Now, Oakley flings the ball out. Georgia Stewart, there's some gaps out here, and no one marks her. And she's going to run another 80 or 90 metres to score this one. Cara North chasing her down, but unable to bridge that gap. And Georgia Stewart scores another one. I think that's 3 of the 4 tries to University in this game, scored by Georgia Stewart. And she converts 2. So University starting this second half in a similar fashion to their start. Sorry, starting the second half in similar fashion to the way they started the first half in this match. Ball comes wide, solid contact out there, but a nice little pass off. And Cara North runs into a nice tackle, but she really rides that tackle well when she gets that fend out, Cara. She needs to now get that ball to ground and really aggressively does so. Unable to pick the ball up in the ruck. Finally get it and fling it over the top. Down coming back. Thau down tackled before she really gathered that. But now Thau's got a little bit of space and finds Devajua. She's got James on her outside. Just cops a little push there. I think she tripped over her own feet. I hope she's not hurt. Might have injured herself there. And ball ends up picked up by Lindegaard, who runs 50 metres and scores. So just unfortunate there. Devajua went down, and not sure she's clutching at her hamstring behind her knee. So we'll just have a little bit of a pause here for a moment, waiting to see if Treese is okay. Teams will go back and have a chat. So unfortunately, Treese Devajua just being helped from the field here. Like she possibly rolled her ankle, but she's really struggling. So Just clutching at her knee. That's going to make it tough for her team to come back too. Unfortunate, really unfortunate situation there. He's had the ball, she's hurt herself and lost possession at the same time. That turned into a try to University due to the drop ball. So such a shame. She's been playing so well today. Just walking past us there. Very, very good games today from Treese, and she's sort of walking unassisted at the moment, but no good. So University now with the kick going back. North gets her hands on it and is wrapped up in a tackle. Flung to the ground, and the counter ruck is really good by Pregnell. Really good. Now Hokinen goes for a bit of a run back in behind the ruck. Looks for the pop up there, and Georgia Stewart gets around the outside again. She's got Thou chasing, but another try to Georgia Stewart. And it's a rout. Pretty much all scored by her except for a couple this match. And she's taking advantage of some tired players from Launceston. Conversion no good though. But Launceston, University push even further ahead. Probably got a couple of minutes left to play after the hold up there. And the ball will come back, and we will see Lindiger with the kick again. And she gets it over the head of Thou, but she manages to take it and will run into contact, look to get around, and does so nicely around Brancher, and then looks for a step, tries to get back inside and put off Lindiger, but her tackle front on's great. Down this time with a nice little step around, but Lindiger's too quick for that. It was a lovely little bit of footwork there from Laylene, but Kenner turned around and took her over the sideline, and University will have the line out. Branch now with the throw. She'll look to go over the back. No, she manages to get the ball to Ryan, I think, who's on the field now, and then pushes it out. Nice hands. Kayla Oakley, nice run from her, and then ball goes to the breakdown. Brancher comes in to Hokinen. She's got Ryan on her outside, but no one in front of her. And she puts on the gallop. Cara North coming across, though, and tackles it to the ground. But Hokinen's over the line and scores it. So, yawning defence here. A huge gap. Good effort by Rothney to try and get across and fill that hole, but they were really 3-on-1 out there, University, and had the numbers, and Hokinen was able to hang on and just straighten up. Now Pregnell to take the kick. Goes off to the left. Probably got one more play left. All right, the kick comes and gets in behind the first line of defenders. Stewart gets across quickly and manages to pick it up and stay in field, and then gets around the two tacklers, runs back inside, steps back around Laylene down and scores a fifth for the match. They've teed this up before, Lindiger with the kick and finding Stewart on either wing, doesn't matter which side. And as soon as that ball got past that first line of defenders, Georgia Stewart was a chance to pick it up and score. And it's not converted that time, But that's the end of the match, and University have really put on the points in this one. Nearly got to that, nearly made it to the half century. So big win. And yet again, we've seen the losing team with 7 points. So Launceston, both matches they've played, they've managed to score 7. But going down and valiantly to a very, very classy outfit from University with 46 points. Most of those scored by Georgia Stewart, scoring, I think, 4 tries and converting quite a few too. We've got another game coming up shortly between Harlequins and a team we haven't seen yet today, Eastern Suburbs, who've travelled all the way up, and bring you that game very soon.
We can start whenever you want. One, two, three, Queen! Captain. Roosters! Captain.
All right, good to see Eastern Suburbs out on the field, and they will slug it out against the Harlequins. Ball goes back to Chicken, and she must have been listening to me talking about that cardinal sin of letting the ball hit the grass, and she didn't. And she pops it up nicely, and Sarah Double rampaging, gives the ball off, and Michalowski. No, I keep getting these people wrong. That's Shani Kells, has a good run there, and that ball's stolen though by Finn Roberts, and Savannah goes for a run. Someone's got to grab her low. Eventually they try to, and the ball bounces over the back. Chicken can't pick it up and knocks it on. Might have got away with it. No, Krusty's all over that. So thanks to our referees for today as well, without any officials up here. Had to be a bit of a stepping up for some people to make sure these matches can happen. So Jerry and Krusty, thank you very much. And East now defending in this scrum, though they're in Harlequins half. See the 10-metre line just on the left of the screen. Roberts puts that in and finds Conway, who attacks nicely, dishes the ball out wide, and stolen by Phoenix. Oh, Mia Mason now going for a run, ducks back into Phoenix, puts the fend up, and puts it back, but stolen again. So the ruck work from both teams hasn't been great. And in she goes again. So Phoenix Thau, in the first game I think we've seen her this year, really getting involved. And a nice tackle in the end there. Michalowski taking making the tackle there. I know there's just some discussion on here about necklace. I'm wearing a necklace, I think, so we just need to get that. I'm going to put it in a sock or something. That's a good idea. Don't want to get fingers caught in chains. Oh, and the ball in the line out goes over the back. They weren't quite ready. And Savannah throws a hand up. Mia Mason now chasing in defence. Oh, a lovely tackle there. That's Keisha Tauti, I think, for Harlequins. Debutante, I believe, today. Getting hammered by Mia Mason. And another ruck turnover here. Mia not releasing, and Winona Conway too smart. And now they better be watching East, because Harlequins are getting away on this left-hand side. So nice run from Lily O'Donnell, unable to be tackled, but Mason finally gets hold of her and stops her. And now Izzy Sproul runs away. Winona Conway gets it. She's going to get around Kells. And she does, and she'll straighten up and score under the post. So nice little build up there from Harlequins. Some good scrambling defence. Just, I think Thau getting a bit uptight about something. I'm not sure what happened. I think she got fended off there and wasn't happy about something. Just heard the call there about trying to calm our players down, but we'll see what happens as we restart. So Harlequins with a good kick after having to defend for quite some time, have managed to put some points on. And the kick is going to come. The camera's on top of the ute. Now we've got another camera showing you guys walking across there. So kick didn't go 10 here. Just a bit more banter with the players on the sideline. Sorry about that. And Sarah Double showing some nice, hard, straight running. And Chicken loses that ball on the deck there. I'm not sure how she managed to do that. Looks like she'd hit the ground pretty solidly. Now Conway getting around the outside, gets it off to G. Sproul, And she gets on the inside and breaks away. And another one under the post for Harlequins. It's all it takes when you got a runner like that on your wing is a tiny little bit of a gap, one missed tackle, and she's going to put points on from anywhere on the field. She's going to go the conversion herself. Oh, she gets it too. Just over the bar. So a quick one that time to Harlequins to put on a few more points and push that lead out by 14. Little short one this time. Smart kick, and O'Donnell's onto it, but unable to pick it up and drops it on just in front of her. So it was a nice kick there from Conway. She saw the big gap, and Lily O'Donnell was able to get there too, but had a little bit more time too. She probably just needed to take another second to make sure she was able to pick that ball up carefully, but unfortunately dropped that, and that'll give East a scrum feed. Wouldn't be surprised to see Chicken pick this one up and come around blind and kick it. It'll be a good option down this wing where there's a bit of space. But the ball's popped out and Conway sees that first, and she picks it up on one side of the scrum and then goes the other way. And again, a little in and out from her. Pressure on the inside from Mason, so the pass gets thrown out to Sproul, who scores another. The experience there from Winona Conway to see that ball pop out of the scrum and to get onto it quickly. And the conversion to come. Conversion no good this time. Just the East bench. And that's half time called. So we'll we'll come back after a short break and see the second half of this game with Harlequins out in lead quite comfortably so far.
Yeah, I know, and I do think that. Yeah.
All right, so it's been all the Queens in this match so far, although only on the scoreboard. East's had some good opportunities. They need to, again, if they can get their hands on the ball and maintain possession, they are every chance of putting some points on. So it'll be good to see them have an opportunity to have a crack in this second half. It's only their first game of the day. They've got another one up against University later. And the kick goes down. It's a good one, but Conway picks it up on the bounce and then runs around to the right. Ball in two hands. Gives a good pass off to Ledster. She probably could have thrown that pass there, but she's done a great job to get around Mason and keep going, making more metres, and then gets the pass away to O'Donnell. Looking for support. Andreessen Tuivasa now running a great line up the middle of the field. Unable to be tackled out there by anybody. First one bouncing off was Ariel Kaika, and eventually coming back in defence, makes the tackle on Andreessen Tuivasa, but she gets the pop up and ball's taken by, trying to see who scored that try. Finn Roberts in support. So nice work getting back in defence there. Was, I think it was Phoenix Thau again. She's been really good. First time I think we've seen her this year for Easts. And she's played some really good hard rugby so far. Actually showing a bit of pace, which is something that the East have sort of struggled a little bit with, is having some faster runners to take those covering tackles. And really good to see Phoenix out there making some really good solid contacts on her opposition, making them earn their tries. Now Chicken with the ball around. There she goes, that familiar little boot down the field. And she's put it out on the full. There's the call. I know. I was hoping that my criticisms of the kicking in the past might have changed. But there's there's Chicken kicking that ball again down the sideline. Line out, nice throw. Let's just just on a very solid lift there. Doesn't have to move. Leach coming across, putting the pressure on in defence. Kells can't get Conway. She steps off the right. Has Thau got the pace? No, she hasn't got the pace to catch her, and one number 9 gets inside the other and puts on some more points. So great work there by Conway. She's been very good. And puts on another try. And the conversion kick to come from right behind the posts. Looks like a pretty good kick. And it is. So another 7 points there to Harlequins. Enthusiasm from the East bench you can hear on the effects mic. They're not very far away, only probably about 15 metres to the left of that mic. So we pick up plenty of the banter from there. And I think the call there is double trouble out here. We've got 2 number 7s on the field in front of us. It's Christy Mason and Sarah Double. I think they're both number 7s. Ball goes over the head of Mason and rolling straight towards me. And, oh, look, we'll get a good look at the pink hair there of Kiwi. He wanted to run on the field there and pick that up and run the length of the field for a try, I think. But great view there of the matching hair to go with that pink vest. And good to see Kiwis come up the highway to help the ladies team out there with the water bottles. Shout out there. Goes the ball, and Lily manages to get a hand on that before it gets to Chicken. And Harlequins now have possession. Mikulowski with a good solid tackle. She's playing well today. And G gets around the outside. And pretty much every time I say those words, a try ends up being scored. And a nice attempt. Christy Mason coming back in to put the pressure on, but unable to get there. And another try to Harlequins.
Jog it off! Jog off! Who's off that one?
Kick coming and just misses that one. So
Oh, I'm going to chant so hard.
great commentary. I don't need to say anything when we've got gold like that coming from the players. So Phoenix Thou, she's proving herself already to be a character to watch in the Tasmanian Rugby. But just coming off there. Let's put a bit of an effort in. Boot goes down. Sarah Double needs to get across to it. And she does. Needs to pick it up carefully. Good work to wait. She had time there. She runs straight here. She'll be, oh, pops the ball back, and Michalowski unable to get there. Back to Double. And yes, flings it. No, unable to get the ball across to Kells, and then flicks it back. And Roberts with the dummy. And she'll go over untouched. The sneaky fingers of Finn Roberts. Throws the candy and then runs 15 metres to score. And Harlequins now looking close to the highest score of the day. They've got to beat 46 from University's last match against Launceston. Not a bad looking kick there too, but doesn't make it over the bar. And Harlequins now pushing very close to that 50-point mark. Tough day out on the paddock here for East. They've got to come all the way up the highway for this one, and then they've got to face a University in their next match, who are fresh from a couple of solid victories. And ball's gone over the 10. Mason gets it. He dishes it off to me. Miam was going to, no. Great work, Lily O'Donnell, to manage to do that. Mason, back to Mason. And now they dish it off to Chicken. Oh, look, and she goes the boot. Who's going to chase this one down? It's an awful bounce. Chicken regathers it. She's going to pick that up there. Knocked on at the bottom there by Conway, who's probably offside, I think.
Well done, Roosters!
Thought possibly Izzy Sproul might have knocked that on. But no, didn't get a hand on it. So good pressure there from Chicken. I can't be critical of that kick. It worked really nicely and has put a team in a great try-scoring position here. Michalowski coming in to halfback. Great work by the Mason duo moments ago. They need to get this ball out though. Does so and gets the pass away too. Oh, look, she kicks again. If that ball sits up, anything could happen. And it's still in, booted out over the side, over the end there. And there's the end of the match. So trademark kicks downfield from Chicken, unable to lead to her team scoring. But some good pressure in the dying moments there from Easts. Resounding victory though to Harlequins there, 41-0. And we'll be back a little bit later. Game scheduled for final match scheduled for 1:40. It's in about 10 minutes where we'll see University come on and have a match against Easts in their final game of the day. Right, final match of the day. It's going to be a tough one for East to have to come out after a solid drubbing, unfortunately, at the hands of Harlequins, and then have to face this university team who are in pretty good form at the moment. So all credit to East though for their attitude and the way they're coming out and playing their rugby, and turning up day in, day out, and entertaining us too. Bad luck there. Kel was unable to take that one and knocked on then by Oakley. So we've got knock-ons both ways. And I'm not sure why we're not going back to the original knock-on of the kickoff. But looks like East have got the scrum here, have they? All right. Chicken with the put-in. She's got her daughter, Phoenix, right behind her. Oh, but Uni drive off. Hakina comes in quickly and has got Lindiger on the outside. Oh, nice work there by Thao to come around and put pressure on Lindiger. And so good defence by East. Nice work. So I sort of commented before, it's great to see, great to see some pace out there for East. So great work by Thao to get across. And East will have another scrum. I want to push a little bit harder on this one and try and win it. I want to get this ball and not hand it over. Okay, good drive. And Thao spots it and picks it up and now goes for a bit of a run. Not too bad. Pass doesn't quite go to the right place though, and Mason has to go back and clean up. And oh, high tackle there. Keenan on Mason. Good running by Mason. So it'd be great to see East able to, if they can get the ball out of this defensive zone. And the ball's tapped by Leach. Gives it off to Double. Like seeing Sarah Double running straight. And then she dishes off to Kells, eventually taken to ground. And well done there by Brancher to get her hands on that ball. And there'll be a penalty. Not sure which way Krusty's arms are going. But the girls knew what was happening. And Hakinen gets around one way, gets around the other. Sarah Double grabs hold of her. Oh, can't hang on to the jersey. And Hakinen decides she really wants to go go for closer to the posts and puts herself under some unnecessary pressure there from Mason and Thao coming in. Good effort from Sarah Double there. She's nearly able to hang on. And a nice fend. Thao decides, no, I'm not going to let you do that. And comes back for another go, but they were unable to take her over that dead ball line. And Uni put their first score on of the match. Go up 5-0. And Lindiger will kick this one. Should be looking. We can hear her on the mic from here. She's just going to kick it right in front of herself, I think. Yeah, little short kick. Mia Mason covers it and looks out, gets around. Oh, great straightening up there too, but doesn't get through. Emily Pregnell with a very solid tackle. I think just crunched into the dirt there. Really, it was a very solid hit. We're going back. Right, Mason now stepping one way, stepping the other. Flung to the ground again. Just doesn't get that ball back enough, but the toe through is good. And Georgia Stewart will get back and cover. East need to get a bit of a defensive line here. They're in a bit of disarray. And Georgia Stewart here will run through. It's a good flat pass. Oh! Pass definitely moved forward. It looked, the motion in the hands didn't look too bad, right in front of our camera. But Krusty, he was right there, and that's a forward pass. Mason has had a couple of solid tackles. She's going to come off and have a rest. Hopefully we'll see her back on the field. She's played well. And the ball will be in the hands of Easts again. And can they get that ball out? Yes, well done. Great work, Michalowski. Oh, great bump off there. Thao does a great job. Make sure that Brancher can't tackle her. And good counter-rucking. Great work there by Pregnell again. And Ryan comes in and dishes it out to Lindiger, who gets around the outside. She's looking for someone inside here. Oh, she goes the kick. It's out in front of Brancher. And Tony picks it up, and she's got about 15 metres to run. So unselfish play there by Lindiger, looking as it's not a bad idea there, just to try something new, just to get bring your teammates into the match. And the kick in field there finds Brancher. She goes for the conversion, but under the bar. So second try to University. And they'll come back and kick again. Okay, Lindiger, she's going to go wide this time, I would say. She's going to look in that area where Michalowski is out there. No one shallow, though. And Hakinen gets and steps around Michalowski. Now she's looking for Kayla Oakley. And she makes a nice, solid run into a former teammate. And Chicken unable to stop her. Christy Mason unable to stop her. And a really nice try there to Kayla Oakley. Again, just University looking to get their teammates all involved in the scoring. But it was a beautiful, beautiful kickoff there and a nice chase from Hakinen. And Oakley with the kick attempt there, unable to put any more points on. And that'll be half time. We'll be back soon with the last half of women's rugby for the round. All right. Last half of rugby today. East's down 15-0. And they've had a few opportunities with the ball. Chicken with the kick. It's a good one. Gets in behind. Straight down the throat of Georgia Stewart in the end, though. Takes it nicely. Looking to bring Mel Oakley into the game. And a great run by her. Runs out of the tackle. She needs to put that ball into two hands here. She's got some support. But runs into the tackle. Good defence by East. So Keenan now picks it up. She goes through and picks up Emily Pregnell running a good straight line down the middle of the field. Dishes it off to Brancher, who's going to try and get around the outside of Mason. She steps back inside. Mason chases hard and unable to get there, though. Kaika comes in, but not able to stop Tony Brancher, and try is scored. So a quick one. To University. Pregnell goes with the conversion, and it was a nice strike, but just out to the right by the look of it. And we'll come back and have another kick from the Reds. Okay, Lindiger now kicking our way. Gets it in front of there, Leach. Oh, bounces straight into Leach's hands. Almost looked like she wasn't quite ready for it. And she goes to ground. Maintains possession, gives it back to Kells, goes blind, but decides, no, let's go back this way, and runs into a brick wall of Vivi. And Ariel Kaika trying to pick that one up and gets knocked back by the ruck. But a good little run there again by Thao. She's been a live wire today, really enjoying her style of rugby. Just not sure what's happening out here. So penalty given against East there. And a nice step through. Lindiger running a nice inside line. Runs into a good bit of contact from Thao. And in the end, Lindiger dishes off to Pregnell and she scores. So again, just a good little set play there with Lindiger running back inside and hooking up with Pregnell to score that one. All right, ball coming back.
Come forward, Phoenix.
And the ball gets kicked just over the head of Christy Mason, but bounces back to her. And some good hands out there. That's gone back. Play on. No. Deemed forward off Leach, I think. Just had to throw the hand out at that one and unable to take it. So lucky bounce there for Christy Mason, and ball cleared over her head, but pretty much bounced straight back to her, and she was able to knock it back to the advantage of her teammate. University now with an attacking scrum. And they will be looking to put some points on here. Okay, ball goes in and comes out. Good pressure from Leach around the back of the scrum. O'Keenan gives it to a wrapping. Oh, another double wrap out there. Great work to get that ball nice and wide. O'Keenan to a wrapping Lindiger, who gave it to Stewart, who gave it back to Lindiger, and Lindiger runs back in field and gives the ball to Brancher to score. So really toying with East a little bit there. Kenna Lindiger, she crossed the line but wanted to get it under the posts and ran back in field. And Brancher puts the bonus 2 on. So we'll bring the ball back again slowly. Only a couple of minutes left in the match. Lindiger with the kick. And it's a nice short one. Mason gets under it, goes backwards, but comes down to Stewart. Oh, harsh there from Krusty. He's all over the forward movement of the ball, and we'll go with the knock-on off the original attempt to take that ball by Mason, I think. And we'll see University with an attacking ball. Kayla Oakley coming into the halfback position. And in it goes. Comes back quick. Oh, nice work by Kayla too. She gets around. Good tackle by Sarah Double. And Oakley gets the ball away to Hakinen. Oh, she goes the kick wide. It was a good option. Didn't quite bounce the way that they wanted it to, but Lindiger still manages to get there. Mia Mason tackles Lindiger, tackles Stewart, gets back to her feet. She'll come across and try and tackle Hakinen as well. And she does so. She's a valiant effort by Mason. Just getting in there and giving it her all. 3 tackles in a row. Nice fend there by Pregnell, but she gets tackled to ground by Double, who's had a good game. And now Hakinen gets it. She sniffs the line and finds it. So some good defensive efforts there by East. Some great tackling. Mia Mason on the far side there. Just unbelievable the amount of effort put in by her. Kick's no good, but there's full time. And resounding victory to University there. They're probably going a little bit easy in the first half. They put the pedal down to the metal and ended up winning quite comfortably. So great day of women's rugby comes to an end out here at Royal Park in the sunshine. Ground's thawed out mostly now as of my toes, and really great women's rugby event up here again. So stay tuned for some more women's rugby later in the season, and we will bring you the next match very soon, starting at 3 o'clock. The men's premiership division match here between Launceston and Devonport. It's the top of the table match, and it's going to be a cracker, so we'll see you all at 3 o'clock.